The 2022-23 Champions League season produced history, shockers, action, and a truckload of golazos.
Cancelo in towards Haaland! It had to be! It just had to be!
Wondering what the best goals were? Come with me as we count down the 15 best goals of the 2022-23 Champions League season. Kylian Mbappe versus Juventus. When PSG met Juventus on matchday 1 of the 2022-23 season, this was how Kylian Mbappe opened the scoring.
Mbappe will give and go in there, but explodes and scores, exploding in terms of pace, and within 5 minutes PSG lead Juve.
The assist, the finish, both very beautiful. That goal was scored in September. Little did we know that Mbappe was practicing for the World Cup final. But if you thought that was a brilliant volley, come take a look at this one from Heung-min Son. Heung-min Son versus Eintracht Frankfurt. Son scored 2 goals for Spurs on this night, but the second was just too special. Come take a look at it. Nah, he caught that ball really sweetly, man. Sheesh. But was that the best goal from a London club in the Champions League this season? I doubt it. Come take a look at this one. Kai Havertz versus Salzburg. Chelsea didn't get to score too many goals this season, but this one Havertz got against RB Salzburg was enough to give the fans the satisfaction of 5 goals. Come take a look at it. Boy, who doesn't love it when the ball bounces off the crossbar and goes into the net? Such an aesthetically pleasing goal. But you really want to see an aesthetically pleasing goal? Come with me. Noah Okafor versus AC Milan. When Salzburg met Milan in the group stage of the Champions League, a Swiss-Nigerian 23-year-old winger was the star of the show. Come take a look at the goal Noah Okafor scored in that game. Oh boy, you can just tell that this dude watches Messi a lot because that was a pretty good reenactment of Messi's semi-final goal against Bayern in 2015. By the way, I really love Pierre Kalulu, but damn, look how they massacred my boy. And you know what? I have another entry of a Nigerian winger doing a massacre on an entire defense. Karim Adeyemi versus Chelsea. You want to see what a proper counter-attacking goal should look like? Come look at this. From the pass, to the first touch, to the run, to the touch that took it away from the keeper, to the finish, and even to the celebration. This was just a proper enjoyable goal from start to finish. Okay, you know what? We're due our first set piece of the video, so I present to you this beauty. Jota versus Real Madrid. If Liverpool's Jota is the only Jota you know, then allow me to introduce to you another super talented guy named Jota, who plays for Celtic. Not many knew him before this game against Madrid, but what a way to announce yourself to the world. Real Madrid were already up 5-0 in that game, so that was nothing but a consolation. But I'll tell you this, that's the exact type of goal that can console you when you're on the receiving end of a trouncing. But was that the only golazo scored against Real Madrid in the Champions League this season? It most definitely wasn't. Oleksandr Zubkov versus Real Madrid. This time around, it wasn't a consolation goal at all. Zubkov was bringing Shakhtar Donetsk back into the game, and he did it with a beautiful acrobatic finish. Look at this. Now, that's a strike Andriy Shevchenko would be proud of. I'm not even Ukrainian and I'm proud of it. It's that beautiful. But hey, enough of the goals that have been scored against Real Madrid. Let's look at a beautiful one scored by Real Madrid. Vinny Jr. versus Man City. He's still so young, but Vinny Jr. already has so many big moments in the Champions League. This season, this was surely his biggest. What a hit, man. Now that is how to open the scoring in a tight Champions League semi-final fixture. And who else loved that synchronized celebration after the goal? Truly lovely stuff. But you know what's even lovelier? The way Manchester City replied that goal in that same game. Kevin De Bruyne versus Real Madrid. When you go down to a golazo in the semi-final of the Champions League, how do you reply? With a golazo of your own. Look at this. Bro, did you hear the sound that ball made when it hit the back of the net? That's how you know the shot was hit with a lot of pace. Also, did you notice that both De Bruyne's legs were off the ground for that one? The brother was mustering every single strength in him to hit that one as hard as he could. He was probably thinking of this goal as payback for Courtois stealing his girlfriend some 10 years ago. Now, was that City's best goal of the tournament? Definitely not. These guys scored some real bangers on their way to the trophy. Come look at this one. Rodri versus Bayern Munich. This guy has scored some really big goals in his career. And yes, I'm coming to that one. But let's quickly now check out a man who basically scores big goals for a living. Lionel Messi. I couldn't decide which one to show you guys, so I'm just going to give you both. So, there was this one-touch bending finish from outside the box against Benfica. And then there was this audacious trivela against Maccabi Haifa. Now go ahead and tell me which was the better goal of the two in the comments. By the way, I'm sure there are many defenders who will be super excited that Messi has finally left Europe. Because I mean, look at the audacity of this guy. Casually scoring a goal with a trivela shot in the biggest club competition in the world? Get out of here, man. Let's now head to Spain for a quick one. Rafael Guerreiro versus Sevilla. Guerreiro traveled to Sevilla with Dortmund in the group stage, and he scored this golazo right in front of the Sevilla home fans. Enjoy. But as far as goals went in this campaign, Dortmund received more than they gave, I won't lie. In just one game, they conceded two absolute bangers. John Stones versus Dortmund. It's the 80th minute, and you're a goal down in front of your fans in the Champions League. How do you bring the score level? Like this. This is the kind of goal you score that immediately makes your coach take you out of center back and push you further up the pitch. That was just such a clean strike. Pristine, immaculate, spotless. Sheesh. We all saw that goal and we immediately named it the goal of the game and the goal of the week. Little did we know that Erling Haaland had something cooking for us. A delicious delicacy he would serve just 4 minutes later. Erling Haaland versus Dortmund. Come take a look at this. As far as acrobatic goals go, this is one of the finest I've ever seen. This goal was a true beauty. That gorgeous trivela cross into the box from João Cancelo was definitely the assist of the season. And Erling Haaland throwing himself up in the air to connect with that goal to score the winner against his former team was just a purely priceless moment. And you know what? You could argue that this was the Champions League goal of the season, but I have gone for another Man City goal instead for obvious reasons. Rodri versus Inter Milan. This may not have been the most technical, most aesthetically pleasing, most difficult, or the outright best goal of the 2022-23 Champions League season. But you know what it was? The singular, most important goal of the entire campaign. When Manchester City looked like they were struggling against Inter in the final upon which their treble hopes hung, Rodri stepped up and did this in the 68th minute. A title-clinching, record-breaking, history-making goal. It really doesn't get better than this. What was your favorite goal from the 2022-23 Champions League season? Let me know in the comments.